here and for celebrating this special moment with me. I wrote something very quick and small this morning. So I just want to talk about this journey. It has been a long one, but pursuing this career has been on my heart for quite some time. One of the greatest things nursing has shown me was truly what matters in life: compassion for others and human connection. We live in a world that moves incredibly fast and often focusing on what comes next and what we need to accomplish, and sometimes even ourselves. But when you walk into a patient's room, all that fades away. You're reminded of the importance of simply being present for another human being. Nursing is so special because it requires genuineness and vulnerability. It allows you to build meaningful connections with people during the most challenging moments of their lives. In a world where disconnection often feels more common than connection, nursing reminds us the value of human relationships. Working in the healthcare, you see it all: the strength of people, the challenges they face, the love of families, and the resilience of the human spirit. It teaches you that no one is truly alone in this world. Through caring for others, you gain a deeper appreciation for life, a greater sense of empathy, and a better understanding of what it means to be human. So that's why nursing means so much to me in this field that I'm going into. Through the nursing program, though, it's been a long, hard journey, and I think everyone who knows me would probably agree with that. So I've had tons of moments with fear and anxiety, a lot of self-doubt. Convinced me I wasn't capable of making it through. There were so many times when I wasn't sure I'd pass the next term. My poor parents, they would always be on that roller coaster ride. And I would always fight back the tears and fear of getting onto the plane every time I came back to visit home. And but yeah, here we are, making it through. I remember I've been always awful in math, and like the first math test I had, I was told that you have to get a 90%. And I'm like, great, I'm screwed. So this was already like 10 months of being in Orange County, and I was just like, okay, I'm gonna work really hard to get that 90%, but if I don't, then you have 3 attempts. So I remember like working with tutors for like the first few weeks, 8 hours a day, met with like 4 different tutors. I took the exam and I scored a 72%. And I just remember that moment, I was like, okay, that is it. I'll give it one more chance. And then I had 3 days, and I worked really hard, and I was like to my mom and dad, I'm like, okay, this has been really hard. I don't like it here. I want to move back. And I said, if I don't pass the second attempt, I'll just go home. So I packed my entire car up that morning. Everything was packed out of my apartment. That was after a breakup too. I was living in an apartment. I just wanted to be out of there. And yeah, my car was packed that whole day. And I just remember, I'm like, let's be real, I don't think I'm gonna get this 90%. And then I took the exam and it went to 92%. And I'm like, okay, this is it. But it was every term in nursing school where I always had to be like, am I gonna pass or not? I remember in a mental health term, I was at like a 75% in the class. You have to get a 76 for the classes, and my professor's like, Caitlynn, if you don't get an 86 on this final exam, you're gonna get held back. And I'm like, okay, I have to shoot for an 86 on the exam. And when I took the test, everyone was